David Miller down at City Hall. Word on the street is that you got the unofficial Toronto anthem, TO'd from Abdominal featuring Notes to Self. You know I gotta hear that. Check it out.
Welcome to Toronto. Welcome to Toronto, brother.
Yeah.
Welcome to Toronto. Welcome
Whether
to
you
Toronto.
call it Toronto, the T.O. Screwface capital like Theo. The big smoke, hot town, mega city. It's where I'm from, frankly, couldn't pick a better city to call home. From the 401 to Sky Dome.
I'm Mine One from Urban Nightmares. I'm a graffiti artist. I grew up in Toronto. I've been making art probably since I can remember, maybe the early 90s. So graffiti sort of pointed me in the right direction and is a gateway to a much better creative process than I could have ever imagined for myself. You know? So I guess suburban is the best way to describe where I came from. In and around Kensington was always a big area for us to hang out and do things like that. And I guess once we came to the city, I saw the bigger picture. You know, I started seeing some of Toronto's first generation writers and really looking at it, saying, wow, you know, like I want to make my name look crazy. Our style was UN style. It wasn't about settling on one process of painting. UN's never gonna die. No matter if you're not writing anymore, it's a state of mind, it's a family. So that's what was always important to me. Constant exploration of tools. So then stencils, posters, all these other things just started to be formed by it because we got sick of just seeing the everyday same stuff. You know, the first generation was very different for me to see because I had never seen anything before. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have magazines floating around saying, oh, you know, let's get this and take this letter with this letter and mix it up and now I got a piece. It was everything that we had to do. I think that that's where our styles came from. First generation was Toronto style, even though I later started to learn more about the New York influence on Toronto graffiti. That to me was the purest moment in Toronto graffiti history. It was the first time I saw it in Toronto. Cyber, Jeep, Ren, Wise, all the old TCM guys even. That's when I saw Toronto graffiti. I think that Toronto's still and always will be unfolding. Graffiti is the origin of street art in my mind, and I think that it's always going to be that way. I think that street art makes it so that artists from the exterior can be part of it. Graffiti was such a safe route for me. I think I was just trying to learn more about my creative process, which in turn, on a professional level, it's helped a lot. The way that I handle everything at my job now, because I've been able to turn most of this creative energy into a profession, which is great. When you're looking for a job, the graffiti bomb wins every time. You're like, oh, you're a graffiti artist, so cool. You know, I mean, people, it's the hot train. Everyone loves jumping on it. The element of street art is an even bigger term now, right? Like a graffiti artist was already kind of a big term. It was encompassing sort of 4 major elements that were happening in graffiti. And now it's street art, where it's like stretching that term even larger now because the applications now have gone so far that it's not just aerosol on a wall or a marker on a wall. You're now looking at 3-dimensional sculpture being in place in areas that you'd never think you'd see, and which I think is wonderful, but only really makes a difference in the public domain.
Welcome to Toronto. Welcome to Toronto, brother.
Yeah.
Welcome to Toronto. Welcome
Whether
to
you
Toronto.
call it Toronto, the T.O. Screwface capital like Theo. The big smoke, hot town, mega city. It's where I'm from, frankly, couldn't pick a better city to call home. From the 401 to Sky Dome, Scarborough over West.